Hey guys, my name is Katarina Berry. Welcome to the second live stream of the Daily Oracle for Empaths, which is a new way that I'm trying to stream frequently and consistently and share my spiritual practice with my fellow empaths. So, just to explain the premise of this stream, I'm trying to practice. First of all, trying to adjust my lighting here, but trying to practice channeling in a more real-time setting, because the way that I usually channel is through a lot of it is automatic writing. So I actually kind of get it out on paper, and it's more easy for me to do. But I'm challenging myself to do a lot more channeling live in this type of format, where it's not like a prepared video. It's not something that I write in advance, and it's something that I'm going to start doing as frequently as I can, so as close to daily as I can. And the biggest message that I want to share in today's video actually came through. It was confirmed last night, and it's kind of been really surprising. So I'm trying to just do, since my channel is very small, I'm streaming from my laptop because I can't use my phone yet. And so I'm just putting it on a bunch of books here and trying to like configure the situation. But to continue saying what I was saying, what happened last night, yesterday, overnight, the combination of things is a lesson that I want to share: to never not trust your intuition, especially when it's like a momentary feeling like, oh, something I should do right now. So here's the thing. Several examples I'm going to use. So yesterday I was working on the project, and I was sitting around, and I was kind of feeling a little, kind of like this feeling of like some kind of like alertness. And all of a sudden I get this idea that I need to call this office that I've been trying to get in touch with for the past 2 months. And I've not been able to reach anyone in that office, and I really need to like get through because there's an issue. And since the offices are shut down amidst a global crisis, it's been really hard to get in touch with them. And so I've not been able to reach anyone and like really actually get any kind of progress for over 2 months. And yesterday, like I said, I had this feeling like of like alertness, like, oh, something's important. Maybe I'm forgetting something. Like what is it? And all of a sudden I get this this intuitive feeling like I need to call this office right now. And I immediately went like, yeah, okay, great. Yeah, I'll do that as I did for the past 2 months, and nothing's gonna happen. But I've listened to it because I'm used to listening to my intuition now whenever it announces itself. So I called the office, and a person I needed to speak with picked up immediately, and I knew it because I could like hear in the conversation that that's a person that can actually help me instead of like a gatekeeper again. And so we talked with this gentleman for 30 minutes, and he said, I did everything I could. And I don't even know what he did, but he said, I did everything I could to help, just stay tuned. So I let that go. And then another thing happened. I was going to do my live tarot reading on my Facebook page, and I had this feeling that something really important is going to happen. And I kind of felt a little discouraged to begin with because I was like, I don't really have the energy today. I don't really feel like it. That was all happening yesterday. I don't really feel like it. I'm not really sure what's going to come of it. And I was like, no, I got to show up. Something important is going to happen. And it was just like this intuitive knowing, like something important to me and someone else is going to happen. So I really need to show up and be on my A game and do my best. So I hosted the live tarot reading. And needless to say, one of my close friends actually showed up. She's not been like that before, where she said, like, this is so important to me. This reading is so important to me. And it was important for me to do that reading as well, because it actually made me revisit some things that I've been through in my life. And it felt like when I was sharing them with her and I was sharing the wisdom of the card with her, it was almost like I was kind of traveling back in time and consoling myself in her shoes, because I was intuitively describing a situation that was familiar to me, which is what happens in my readings. So these are the two examples. But then finally, there's yet another example, which happened today. And that was, I had this business opportunity a while back, and for various reasons, I wasn't able to take advantage of it or even really take any action on it because I just felt like it wasn't the right time. It wasn't for me. I didn't know what to do. I felt overwhelmed. There were lots of things going on. And all of a sudden today I had this feeling, intuitive feeling, like now is a good time to reach out to this opportunity, get to like the people that offered me this opportunity. And I reached out and I said, hey, it's been so long and I'm so sorry because I completely disappeared. You gave me this opportunity and I just disappeared. I feel really sorry, but I got to be honest, like I really wasn't ready and I didn't really know what to do. So, I feel kind of ready now and I have some more ideas if you guys are interested. And like 5 minutes before I started this live stream, they got back to me after office hours and they were like, yeah, actually, we're looking for some ideas right now. So that'd be great. Actually, better timing than was previously. So do it now. And so it's been 3 incidents of me purely trusting the intuition. And what I mean by intuition, also gut feeling, is this feeling that you suddenly get seemingly out of nowhere that tells you, go there and do this right now. And you go like, what? No, I've done this a million times. You guys, don't do that to yourself. Don't second guess your intuition. Don't say, oh, no, I've done that a million times. It's not going to work anyway. There's a reason that now you're having a feeling like you should do this now. Because when the feeling shows up, it's a feeling. It's not a logical decision. It's not a plan. It's not a pre-scheduled activity. It's an intuition. It's an urgent feeling coming out of nowhere. And it's a feeling. It's not a plan. It's not a thought. It's a feeling like I should do this now. I don't know why, but I should do this now. And you guys, something that I've noticed, the more you follow this, the more you do this, the more you get these feelings, the more these feelings actually show up for you. The more you actually follow your intuition, the more your intuition comes through. And because your intuition is an aspect, not an aspect, but it's an extension of your soul. It's an extension of your light, of your life force within you, higher intelligence that's within your physical body. So if you're used to turning your intuition off and telling yourself, oh no, that's bogus, that's crap, that's not going to help me, it's not going to work, it's crazy idea, I'm not going to listen to it, I'm not going to do it, screw all of this. Do you think you're creating a safe environment for your intuition to show up? No, because your intuition is like, well, she's not going to, or he's not going to listen to me anyway. So, why bother? But the more you practice following these intuitive nudges, as I like to call them, the more you actually take immediate, crazy, blind faith action every time you have an intuitive feeling, not a plan, not a thought, an intuitive feeling. I'm highlighting this because it's a feeling. It's not logic. That's why it feels like, that's crazy. Why would I do this now? Because it's not a thought. It's not a plan. It's not a logical concoction of how smart you are or how much of a planning person you are. It's a feeling. And when you get that feeling, if you take action on it, if you follow it, if you trust it, if you can allow yourself to have enough faith in yourself to take action on that intuitive nudge, a feeling, then you guys, your intuition is going to show up more for you. Your intuition is going to be there more for you. Your intuition is going to feel safe, telling you, whispering a feeling into your heart that will lead you to the next step, the next breakthrough. I look forward to recording a video soon at some point. I have so many video ideas, but I would really like to talk about the time where I scored a major, well, to me, major role with HBO with 0 acting experience by just following my intuition, literally out of nowhere, out of nowhere. It was just a thought. It wasn't a thought. It was a feeling. It was a feeling. I should do this right now. Why? Why? I should apply to this crazy audition right now or this crazy casting call. Why? Why? Just because. Just do it. Just don't overthink it. And don't second guess it. Just follow it. So I gave you 3 examples of how I followed my intuition, immediate results, like massive shifts. Money, relationships, opportunities, just like floodgates, just opening so much, so much. So that's the message that I was compelled to share with you today. The message of yesterday, the message of today is trust your intuition. It's a feeling. It's not a thought. It's not a plan. It's a feeling. And what is required of you is that you take immediate, crazy, full of faith, blind faith action on that feeling and just go for it, whatever it is. When you get this feeling like, oh, I should do this right, and just go with it. Just don't shoot yourself in the leg. Don't second guess yourself. Don't talk yourself out of it. You're going to miss a giant opportunity, you don't even know what it's going to be. Just do it. Just do it. Okay, so part of these new video series that I'm trying to do as frequently as I can are these doing oracle card readings. So like pulling an oracle card. So let's see, with this advice to follow our own intuition, what is going to be the card that can help us become better at following the intuition and intuitive nudges and the gut feelings that we all experience, and possibly talk ourselves out of, because they're not logical, they're not coming from the ego that likes to plan things in advance, they're usually spontaneous, they seem crazy, they seem like, well, it's never worked before, why would it work now, type of thing. So what can help us? What can help us be more consistent with following the intuition and, and following our life's purpose through that mindfulness? Okay, so we have the same card as yesterday. I kid you not. You saw how I just shuffled them, right? Same kind of card as yesterday. Same card I pulled yesterday in like the first one of these new video series, right? Keep your eyes open. When we decide to live a more conscious life, we see signs of grace everywhere. And that was yesterday about filling your own well first. And today it's about following your intuition. So the message of this card is when you choose to follow a new routine, when you choose to commit to a new practice, when you choose to do things in a new way, you will see signs of grace everywhere, because it's the intention, the decision, the choice that makes things so. So you just have to, as with yesterday, as with awakening to your own needs and tuning into your own needs and learning to nurture yourself so you can actually give selflessly without expecting anything in return. So you can actually receive selflessly without trying to control what people give to you or how they give it to you. That was yesterday's awakening. Today's awakening is about awakening to your intuition. And if you want to make your intuition safe to communicate with you, if you want to get more of these intuitive nudges, people ask me, they say, how do I get more intuitive? Tell me, how do I get more intuitive? Well, first of all, you got to make it a safe space for your intuition to speak with you, which means every time you get a feeling to do something out of nowhere and it feels like for some reason it's important, the one thing you can do to make it better is to stop immediately telling yourself, oh, that's crazy, that's never going to work, like a 100-word attack of negative, why it's all going to not work ever. Don't do that to yourself. And another thing you can do, which is even more effective, is you can actually act on that intuition. It's a feeling. It's not a plan. It's not a thought. It's a feeling. So when you get that feeling, you take it and you run with it. Like I gave you examples. Like I had this feeling, like I said, I was feeling a little alert for some reason. And all of a sudden I get this feeling, call this office right now. I've been calling for over 2 months. I've spoken to 4 people that pretty much told me to go, get lost, to put it kindly. And today I get to, like yesterday, when I had that feeling, I was like, I don't know. I don't think it's going to work because it's not been worked in 2 months. But I was like, okay, I'm actually not going to think these things. I'm going to trust the feeling because I know it's coming from my intuition. I know what it feels like at this point because I work with my intuition enough to know what it feels like. I can separate it from other feelings and I can separate it from the thoughts. It's a feeling, but it's a very urgent feeling. And by following it, I've resolved this massive ordeal that's been going on for months. I've gotten through to an opportunity that I thought I lost. And I actually showed up for a very important reading that was not only important to me, but to my friend as well. So these are major things and they happen to me all the time, but I have to remind myself to honor that feeling, to honor my intuition through taking action on it, by acting on it. I have to honor my intuition by acting on it, by consciously taking action when I get the intuitive feeling that I need to do something right now, even if it doesn't make sense. And that's one way that I'm cultivating that relationship with my intuition. But the way that you can do it is you can acknowledge. You can acknowledge, first of all, I do want to build a relationship with my intuition. I do want to have advantages of acting on things that I don't logically understand, that I haven't consciously planned on, but that are going to give me insane advantage and resolve problems on my behalf, miraculously sometimes. I'm going to allow that possibility because I'm an empath. I'm sensitive to other people. I'm sensitive to energies. I'm going to allow the fact that there's higher intelligence acting on my behalf, trying to help me out. That's also part of me. So whenever I get the feeling to do something, I'm not going to discard it anymore. I'm going to pay attention to it. I'm going to take action on it. I'm going to see what happens. No harm, no harm. But you guys, this is a conscious choice. You can cultivate a relationship with your intuition by choosing, like this card says, when we decide to live a more conscious life, we see signs of grace everywhere. By choosing to develop and build and work on relationship with your intuition, you're going to invite your intuition to do the same with you. So it works both ways. It works both ways. So on this note, I hope you've enjoyed the stream. I hope you're enjoying these new series. I certainly am. I'm in the midst of pre-filming a lot of content. I'm gonna start a few weekly series in June, several. Definitely 2, possibly 3, no promises, but I'm pre-filming to make sure that in June I can just launch these and they will just get published on schedule. So I'm kind of working ahead, but meanwhile, I'm going to keep doing these, and we have another stream coming up on the 22nd, which is going to be the new moon in Gemini channeling, and I'm excited for that. So I'll see you guys very shortly. To you, empath, on the other side watching me right now, I love you so much. I hope you can feel my love. I'll see you soon. Bye.